Throughout much of Star Wars history, the Sith were often viewed as evil beings among those that knew of their existence, especially the Jedi and other Republic historians. But the Sith as an order rarely viewed themselves as evil, rather as individuals who were willing to learn the full spectrum of the Force in order to free themselves, or to craft a galaxy they genuinely believed was better for most of the people living in it. So why did Sith Lords almost always refer to their forbidden Force practices as the dark side? A term that most beings would view as something that describes evil or wrongdoing, which in turn would make it more difficult to convince otherwise good-intentioned people to switch over to their side. Originally, this aspect of the Force was known as Bogan, before the Sith either started or embraced calling it the dark side of the Force, showing that they intentionally referred to it as such. Contrary to many beliefs, the Sith's usage of the term dark side as a means to describe their practices of the Force actually relates to the very foundational idea of their order's ways in attaining and maintaining power, and it had nothing to do with the concepts of either good or evil. Lona Aphra, the former wife of a historian who was obsessed with Jedi-related lore, best explained this very question to her daughter Chelly Aphra when asked about evil. Lona dismissed the idea that beings are inherently evil, not in their own heads at least. She was then pressed by her daughter, who brought up the Sith, mentioning how they must have known they were evil with how they historically dressed, and their described usage of the evil-sounding dark side. But Lona countered, likely from her knowledge of the Sith from her former husband's studies, by stating that the only reason the Sith called it the dark side was in reference to its secretive nature. She continued by saying that the Sith generally kept both their knowledge and identities hidden in the dark, as they believed it was easier to impose order that way, and thus their usage of the dark side reflected that practice of their order, to always remain a secret and hidden from the outside in order to achieve their goals. And this line of thinking is quite consistent with some of the most well-known Sith, like Count Dooku, who learned the secrets of the dark side in order to do what he believed was necessary to save the galaxy from Republic corruption and Jedi indifference. Dooku never saw himself as an evil person, but rather as someone who was willing to do what it took in order to bring his perceived justice to the galaxy, even if that meant learning the forbidden secrets of the Sith, or in other words, the dark side. Thanks for watching this video. Help support the channel by becoming a member on our Patreon page, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, may the Force be with you.